Morning, folks. Welcome to another episode of Game Over Outdoors. I'm Joel Miller, and I'm just down here checking out some flows and some temperatures in one of my favorite local little stream spots to fish for muskies. We're finally, pushing through the dog days of summer here. We're approaching September, and it's getting to be an exciting time for the catch and release muskie anglers because most of us take a little bit of a leave of absence from the game just for the sake of the fish. These temperatures are getting pretty hot. The water temperature is getting 80 plus, and that's been kind of the defined number to quit fishing for anybody that actually cares about the fish. So I'm just down here checking some of the flows. Last week, if you were down here, there'd be zero flow through this little crossing. A lot of our put-ins are based on crossings or a shoal setting, rock bars and whatnot, and none of these places had any water flowing through them last week. And thankfully, we had a full week of rain. They weren't all-day rains, but 2 of those 5 days that we got rain were pretty intense, and it did bring the creeks up a good bit. So even though it's looking like chocolate right now, I'm just happy to see some flow going through these places. I remember I posted there in the middle of the week on Facebook. I was like, man, this is the first time I've been truly happy to look down and see muddy water in the creek. But anyway, it's just a good sign. We're getting some flow back. We're getting some oxygen turned up in these creeks. And that's one thing to consider. Even though you might be fishing a stretch of creek that maintains a fishable temperature all year round, like for instance this stretch here, it maintained 76 to 78 even in the hottest portion of the summer so far. But if you don't have any flow, you got that nice film hanging out on top of the water where it's not moving, starting to look like it's stagnating. I would recommend not fishing it anyway, even if the water temperature is 76, just for the sake of the fish. There's hardly any oxygen being turned up in there, so regardless of temperature, oxygen is a key part of that recuperating process after the fish fights you. So it's one of those judgment calls you have to make. Is it worth the risk of killing the fish just to get out there for an hour in the summer when you can wait a couple more weeks and it'll all be good? So anyway, some of us in those times of no action in the summer when it's super hot and low, we like to get our gear ready, get ready for the fall. And I personally like to reflect back on this year's season that I've had so far, or in past seasons, thinking of my mistakes and successes, analyzing what went wrong, what went right. And reflection's key to anything in life. If you don't think back on what you've done, then you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So, talking about reflection, that's kind of where this episode is going to take you today. I'm going to take you back to January, the beginning of 2021. We've caught a ton of fish this year. Not everything has been story-worthy. But, if you're one of those people that really likes a video with all kinds of action in it, this will be your kind of video. This is basically the highlights of our stream success this year so far, and it's limited to the streams on this segment just because we've had so much action in the streams. I really thoroughly enjoy fishing these small streams for many reasons. For one, I don't have the time I used to travel. I have 2 little girls and a stepson now, and we're very busy with all of them. So I live close by to one of these local creeks and have accesses within a mile of my house. So if I get an hour at the end of the day, you can bet I'll be down here in one of these little streams. Another reason I like it is because not only for myself but for any angler that I might bring with me, this is an area of confidence. For one, I have the creeks figured out here, but 2, you're fishing a smaller setting, so it gives especially new anglers the ability to still mess up and it be an okay cast, good enough to catch a fish. And even for veterans, it's just a time to come out and play with some new tactics and have a good chance of bringing that bait in front of a fish at the right time. Because if you put your time in, especially in these creeks, you're going to hit that fish at the right time and it's going to appear for you whether it eats or not. That's a muskie for you, and they're all, regardless of where you're at, they're muskies at the end of the day. I don't care if you're up at Lake St. Clair or down here in one of these little creeks. They're muskies at the end of the day. They're still moody as all get out. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take you back to January to kick this off. This is going to be the whole first half of the year in 2021 in the stream settings. Hopefully you enjoy. Stick with us.
Pretty much. Now, I'm not going to promise you it's not going to leak.
I've seen it. He come up and just absolutely missed.
Oh, he's still there. He's still there. Faster, faster. Oh! I don't think that's the same fish. That's not. Maybe I did see two fish then. That's not the same fish.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, fish! I got one. Oh.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh,
Just in case, just in case.
Oh.
Big one?
Nah, he's probably 30.
Really? That was a big boil. Come out of that tree, huh?
Yeah. He barely got it. I didn't even like have my reel pushed yet. Oh, we got him! Go! Look, that's bigger than 30.
Oh God, dude, that's a big one. That's a big one.
That's bigger than 30.
I was like, that was a big boil. Thank you for.
Oh yeah.
No. She looked to be 42, 43-ish.
I'll tell you, man. I got one.
Ooh, bloody fish. Now that was some netting for you.
Thank you very much.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh my gosh! Get in here. You're going crazy, fish. No, you get your butt in there. Holy crap. There we go. Get that out of your mouth. There you go. Joel's fly. Nine and a half. Way to go. Come here. Oh, got it.
Which side?
I'm gonna try and bring him this side. Ready for him?
Yeah.
Well, he's not ready for you.
Never mind. Pretty good fish.
Next time I get him coming this direction. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Well, maybe. Alright, coming up, coming up, coming up. Alright, trying again.
Well done.
You turd.